प्रभु दया कर मोरे। तुम बिन के दयालु जगत संसारे। प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी। कृपावलोकन करो हम बड़ दुखी। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर मोरे। दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई। तब कृपा बले पाए चैतन्य निताई। स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुनाथ। भट्ट जुग श्री जीव प्रभु लोकनाथ। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर मोरे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर मोरे। दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास। रामचंद्र संग मांगे नरोत्तम दास। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर मोरे। तुम बिन के दयालु जगत संसारे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय। गुरु एवं गौरांग की जय। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे। In fact, whoever's birthday is there, we should sing this song. Why? This is begging to Krishna. Please be merciful unto me. Even if I have to take birth, O Krishna, let me not lose your devotional service. I am not requesting to you to stop my birth and death cycle. But wherever I am, O Krishna, please remember whatever I have done for you. Ishopanishad's verse speaks that. Please remember what I have done to you. Even if I have done small devotional service, please engage me in your devotional service. Ahaitakiya pratiyata yatma suprasidati. So in everyone's birthday, make it a point. One should sing this, and that too with deep begging, like you're begging to Krishna, yachaka. Understand, we are yachakas. Yachakas means we are beggars, and we are begging for the devotional service to be continued life after life. We should never forget the devotion and love for Krishna and his devotees. So now we are in verse number 100 and which was 72. Anybody can say which was it was?
95. 195.
Yeah, 195. Okay. So mother is asking, oh Vishwambhar, did you argue with someone or what? What did you learn today? Generally, mothers ask when children come from school, did you fight with somebody? Did you argue with someone? Now here, she sees Sachimata's love for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is married. He is grown up. But still, the inquiry is done. Did you quarrel with anyone? Anyone? Did you study? What books you have studied? That is why mothers are needed at home. These questions only a housewife can ask because she is at home and children want to speak out many things. So for Caitanya Bhagavad, we can learn so many things. If mother is not found at home, then the child will not find anybody to express all these things. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so happy to reply also. He didn't say, hey, keep quiet. I am grown up now. Why are you asking this question? Sometimes children arrogantly speak to their mothers. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is replying, what did he study today? So from this, we have to understand that for a mother, the child is always a child, even if he is grown up. If some question is asked by mother, one should know to reply in a very soft way. Even if he has grown big, but still he will be asked some inquiries. What did you do outside? Did you meet your friend? What did he say? Immediately you should not shut your mouth of your father and mother. What you do in your office? Sometimes because parents, they want to talk to their children. They don't have any other option. So when they are sitting alone in the house, sometimes a child who is now a very big officer, but to bring him to that level, it is mother's and father's dedication. And sometimes if the inquiry is done, it should be answered in a very soft way. Yes, today I did this, today I that. See the way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is answering. Sei Shastra Satya Krishna Bhakti Kahaya Anyatha Haile Shastra Pashandatva Paya. 195th verse, chapter 1, Caitanya Bhagavata Madhya Leela. The literatures that glorify devotional service to Krishna are true scriptures. Others are simply atheistic scriptures. For that, a big purport, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes, those spiritual scriptures that dissipate the darkness of ignorance and glorify the devotional service of Krishna are true and establish supreme religious principles. If any literature does not glorify topics related to Krishna's names, forms, qualities, associates, pastimes, does not describe the topmost glories and internal position of Krishna's devotees. The first and the foremost thing is description of the devotees, description of qualities, forms, associates, name. So if a scripture is not describing that, then it is not describing a devotional service to Krishna as a topmost process for attaining the goal of life. Then instead of calling it a scripture, it should be known as a useless babbling of atheists. What a powerful statement. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is Simha Guru. When he speaks, it is like Agni coming out. What is he saying? Just see, those scriptures are babbling of the atheists. One should never study such scriptures, understanding them as bad association. Sometimes we like to hear so many people. We know that they are not speaking anything about God, but still we like to hear them. For what reason? There may be so many people who may call themselves Guru, market gurus. There are so many gurus, Vishwa Guru, that Guru, this Guru. What is the purpose of hearing them? We should ask to ourselves, is my devotional service growing by wasting my time sitting in front of them? Nowadays, scriptures are replaced by so many apps, so many YouTube channels. I may get informations from many YouTube channels. I should ask to myself, is he growing my devotional service? Then okay, I can sit and hear from him. If he is speaking something nonsense, why should I waste my time? In his commentary, Sri Madhvacharya quotes the following verses from the Skanda Purana. Rigiyaju samatharvascha bharatam pancharatrakam moola ramayanam chaiva shastram iti avidiyate yachanukulameta taccha shastram prakiritam prakirtitam atonyah grantha vistaro atonya grantha vistaro naiva shastram kuvatma tat. Madhvacharya, who is the head of our Madhva Sampradaya, Brahma speaking his knowledge to Narada to Vyasa to Madhva. So Madhvacharya is also very powerful in his speech. Rig, Yajur, Sama, Atharva Veda, as well as Mahabharata, Narada Pancharatra, Ramayana are certainly known as Shastra. Those books that favorably follow in the footsteps of these authorized scriptures are also counted among the Shastras. All other scriptures or literatures simply lead one down the wrong path and can never be known as scriptures. So for us, Srila Prabhupada books are the scriptures because they are following the Rig, Yajur, Sama, Atharva, Mahabharata, Narada, Pancharatra, Ramayana. Prabhupada has never deviated from the Moola principles. If you see Bhagavad Gita, in the end pages, Prabhupada says from where did he derive his purpose. They are actually scriptures, they are shastras. The following verses from the Matsya Purana are quoted in the Tattva Sandarbha. Satvikeshu chakalpeshu mahatmyam adhikam hare rajasheshu cha mahatmyam adhikam brahmano viduhu tadvad agnischa mahatmyam तामसेषु शिवस्य च संकीर्तनेषु सरस्वत्यः पितॄणामश्च निगद्यते. The Puranas, in the mode of goodness, glorify the Lord, Sri Krishna. Those in the mode of passion promote the glories of Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe. Those in the mode of ignorance celebrate the greatness of Agni, Shiva, Durga. In addition, many other scriptures consisting of various mixtures of goodness, passion, and ignorance glorify the ancestors, demigods, demigoddesses like Saraswati. So Puranas, especially the Bhagavata Purana, 18th Purana is Amala Purana. They only glorify the Supreme Lord. Now the Vedas are divided. Now those who are in the mode of passion, what they do? Brahma is the original creator, they will say like that. Then ignorance, Agni, Shiva, Durga. Now, don't immediately come to the conclusion, whenever some Durga Yagya is there, done by a Vaishnava, don't come to the conclusion, oh, he is in a mode of ignorance. As soon as you see a fire, sacrificial fire, come out of this wrong understanding that this is something karmakand. Somebody had this thought and he used to argue with me. So then I used to say, what is karmakand and what is karma yoga? That has to be understood. The moment you are doing some Ganapati Yagya, don't become allergic. Don't become allergic. Who is doing, what is the purpose, and what is the consciousness? This is very important. What is the purpose? What is the consciousness? When it is said here, ignorant person worship Agni Durga, they consider Durga to be the topmost. But when a Vaishnava is doing Durga worship, he knows Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya, Sadhana, Shakti Rekha, Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Vibharti Durga, Ichhanurupamapi Yasya Cheshtate Sa Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. He very well knows the relationship of Durga with Krishna. She is Sahodari. Durga is in charge of this Durga. She is a superintendent for this Durga. She is the external potency of Krishna. Krishna says, Mama Maya. Krishna calls her as mine. Mama Maya Duratya. Very difficult to cross. So Krishna has sent her to give troubles to those people who are material minded, but to assist those people who wants to worship Krishna. So that is how she clears the obstacles. She helps us to clear the obstacles if it comes on the way. Ganapati's position is also given. So don't become allergic. This is known as half-cooked knowledge. We should know the position of the demigods with Krishna. That is why one should recite Brahma Samhita every day. Try to memorize Brahma Samhita. Devotees means he should know at least Brahma Samhita. At least he should know Updeshamrita. These two should be kanthastha because it will come to use when there is a wrong understanding. Brahma describes his position. He says, I'm just like a diamond. You say, oh, he's comparing himself as a diamond. Yes, I am a diamond who is dependent for shine to the sun's rays. He's dependent on the sun. If sun is not there, then diamond will never shine. Diamond is just then a piece of glass. But diamond shines because of sun. Oh Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Brahmaji writes his prayers. Devotees should know these prayers. This time in the opening, I was just seeing only 1 or 2 devotees they know. Because we study so many things. Study first Brahma Samhita. Memorize every day 1 shloka. Then all nonsensical thoughts will go away. Memorize the shlokas. Sometimes we try to tell our tattva. Don't try to tell any tattva. Tattva is already described by our creator, secondary creator Brahma, who is describing the supreme creator Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karan. He is the cause of all the causes. So Brahmaji has given the position of Shiva. Brahmaji has given the position of Surya. 5 principal demigods have been described, and the lokas are also have been described very nicely. The whole Brahma Samhita is condensed to this few 26 important verses by Srila Prabhupada. So at least we should do that, because Brahma Samhita explanation, if you go and say, if you start studying, you will never understand, because it is written by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. The language, the English is so high. If you read, you'll come to understand. You'll come to the understanding the position of Krishna, the position of all the demigods with Krishna, the position of the planets. Many ignorant ass-like people who desire neither their own nor others' welfare think that since literatures glorifying Krishna, the devotees of Krishna, devotional service of Krishna, are critical of materially motivated persons attached to sense gratification, such literatures are therefore ever conflicting, sectarian, like their own literatures. Sometimes you go to the school, you request them, please allow us to teach Bhagavad Gita. Oh, we are non-sectarians. We don't allow any sect to come here. We don't allow any religious books to be given. Why? They very well know. The moment you touch Bhagavad Gita, you will automatically become allergic to material attachment. When we were distributing Bhagavad Gita book, I still remember I was standing in Thane station. At that time, 2 boys came. One boy, just out of curiosity, was about to take the Bhagavad Gita. The other person immediately waved his hand and said, "Hey, don't touch. If you touch, something will happen to you. This is actually brainwashing literature." I was laughing. I said, what a complete realization, which even devotees don't have. Sometimes devotees also don't know the glories of Bhagavad Gita, but you are really a wonderful person. You have understood what Bhagavad Gita does. It brainwashes. What is the meaning of washing the brain? Removing all the kacharas. So that is why what your friend is doing is so wonderful. Take it. Your brain will be washed. I was not expecting this from me. Sri Gaur Sundar explained the supreme truth in order to deliver foolish sensual knowledge, dependent persons from their defective imaginations. So Gaur Sundar started explaining this supreme truth. Narrations of the glories of Krishna, the devotees of Krishna, devotional service of Krishna by spiritual literatures. Now see, 3 things are given. Glories of Bhagavan, Bhakta, Bhakti. These 3 things cannot be separated. You cannot separate a Bhakta from Bhagavan. You cannot separate the process by which they both are connected, that is Bhakti. Bhakta, Bhakti, Bhagavan. You cannot learn Bhakti from somebody else who doesn't love Krishna. If you want to grow in devotional service, association of devotees is compulsory. If you want to learn something materialistic, then better avoid association of devotees. Gopis tell, by mistake also don't look at Krishna. If you look at Krishna, he will completely remove your materialistic tendency. Better enjoy your material life. If you really want to enjoy the material life, don't look at Krishna. Don't look at the devotees of Krishna. Don't come near Krishna. Don't come near the devotees of Krishna. Those hellish, narrow-minded people who are attached to material conceptions think that even Krishna, who is the source of Vishnu, a Lord of Lords, is an equal rival. Just see the thoughts. He is equal rival to the demigods or the worshipable lord of a bigoted sect. Oh, we are Sai Baba Bhaktas. Somebody says, oh, we are Durga Bhaktas. Hey, this Krishna is so anti. Krishna always says, I. When first time when I gave Bhagavad Gita to my mother, he read Bhagavad Gita. And I told, did you like? She said, one thing I saw. This Krishna, he is so egoistic. My Sai Baba is not like that. He never said, I. This Krishna, for everything he says, I am the source of water, I am the source of this, I am the source of demigods. So egoistic person I have never seen. Thus, see how the foolish mentality is. Just comparing to Sai Baba, who is just a speck in front of Krishna. But this type of mentality is there everywhere in this world. People select someone and think that this person is doing everything. And Krishna also, what he does, he pushes them. Yes. You see, people who follow Sai Baba, for them everything will happen on Thursdays. For some people, everything will happen on Tuesdays, some days. But who is encouraging that? Who is giving that? It is Krishna who is giving that. And intentionally making their faith strong on that particular person. But that is avidhi purvakam, that also Krishna says. Now you may say, that is fault of Krishna, he should correct them. Why Krishna should correct? Krishna encourages the desires of such materially minded people. For some people, some Amma, some Baba, some demigods, they consider them as the topmost and they consider Krishna as a rival. Now this word rival, they consider Krishna as a rival. Worshipping demigods is not wrong, but provided they should know the position of the demigods with Krishna. If we consider Krishna as a rival, then all the problems start. So here they consider Krishna as a rival. If one gives up the bad association of studying Jnana Sutras, Jnana Shastras, which are based impersonal considerations, and Karma Shastras, which are full of interpretations, flowery language, injunctions for worshipping many gods, and instead engages in the study of Caitanya Shastra, which direct one to the devotional service of Krishna, then he will certainly receive the opportunity to achieve the ultimate perfection of life. So our enthusiasm to collect many information, first thing is curtail that first. One need not read. If you know Krishna, you know everything. Whenever what to be known, that automatically will be revealed. It is not necessary that you spend hours and hours to understand what is going on in the world. Let it go on. What is there? Somebody told me. One person who was in leaving relationship, he cut that woman into 30 parts, kept in the fridge. Now, okay, this information, what is it going to give some benefit? Even if we are having these informations, now if you have this mobile in your hand, you can pass your whole day. So many informations come. But ultimately, at the end of the day, just ask to yourself, what did I do? What was my aim and what did I do? I'm just wasting my time. In this process, I could have spoken to somebody, collected some donation, made them a devotee, helped the preaching movement. I don't have time for preaching movement. Why? When I'm engrossed in all this nonsense. So I could have read one scripture. I could have explained the scripture to someone. And no, I don't have time. Why? I have scheduled my day, morning hours, I'll chant 16 rounds over. Then I will hear some class over. After that, my whole day will be for some work and many extra informations. Ultimately, at the end of the day, ask to yourself, have I wasted my time or utilized time? The satisfaction which I have in just chanting 16 rounds and hearing to 1 or 2 classes, is it enough for me? If I am satisfied, then understand the path toward devotional service is obstructed. Like yesterday we heard that how Laulyam is the only key for the success in devotional service. Greed to serve, greed to have more and more service. Hare Krishna. Any questions? No questions? Okay. Small announcement. We have Hindi Bhakti Shastri. We have English Bhakti Shastri. Requesting devotees who have not done Bhakti Shastri to join. Because Bhakti Shastri will make your faith in the holy name more stronger. It is only at night and Saturday, Sundays are for Hindi. Don't think so much for giving examinations. This is very good. If you have the tension of this examination, automatically the tension of the higher examination will be relieved. So join. Don't have so many agendas in the life. Everything, leave it on Krishna. Oh, I will get time or not. Next year I will do. I don't know whether next year I'll be alive. I don't know who will be alive, who will not be alive. If I'm getting the opportunity, take it, grasp it. Even if you're unable to do, nobody is going to stand with a stick. To the extent you are able to do, you will be benefited. The more we hear, oh, I heard of first chapter, again, who is going to hear? No problem. Again you hear. The more and more we hear, the more and more we speak, the more and more we realize. And those who have done this year Bhakti Shastri, who are going to complete in this March, April, second batch, I request them to join Bhakti Vaibhav. Bhakti Vaibhav is the first canto Bhagavatam. The last year batch, the new batch last year is now on the verge of completing Bhakti Vaibhav first canto. Intentionally, we are not starting with the second canto for the old people. That means the last year batch. Because we want to make them revise the subject again and make them able to speak the subject. Because the Gurukul way of studies is the senior students become the teacher for the junior students. And in this way, they take out of session classes. Session classes are done by the faculty teachers. Out of session classes are taken by the senior students. It is like a tuition class. You send the students to the tuition class, to teachers. But in Gurukul, the elders become the teachers. So in this way, they also memorize. So teaching is the best way of learning. That is why the senior students will be allotted one day to have a nice Bhagavad care along with the new students. Tuesdays and Thursdays are for Bhakti Vaibhav. Now don't say, oh, at last I finished Bhakti Shastri. Enough. Now I don't want to study Bhakti Vaibhav. Enough of all these commitments. See, these commitments are not allowing you to do material life, not allowing you to get engaged in materialistic life. When we are studying, even your wife and other people who are your disturbing elements, they also keep quiet. So in this way, they are also actually studying. Everybody is studying, the whole house is purified. So requesting the last year batch of Bhakti Shastri to be enthusiastic for studying Bhakti Vaibhav. The new batch for Bhakti Shastri, English and Hindi, those who have not joined, don't give excuses. Your excuses are actually has no sense. These excuses just are keeping you away from the devotional service. Hare Krishna. Vancha